imagine this? Sitting in a class full of fourth graders and you're the only one having test anxiety. Can you imagine being 10 years old and having to put on medication because you can't pass a test? Or having your teacher tell you that you're not going to go to the next grade because you're not smart enough? That's what's happening all over America. These standardized testings. How many of you have endured state testing? How many of you have endured state testing? How many of you have had to sit in a classroom full of 26 other students and be the only one with test anxiety? Having your teacher tell you that you can't go on to the next grade because you can't pass a test. This is happening all over America. Students are being told that they're not going to be able to go to the next grade without passing the standardized state testing. You fucking suck.
Yeah.
How many of you have endured state testing? How many of you have had to sit through hours of tests only to receive anxiety and stress? Put yourself in this situation. You're a fourth grade student, you attend a public school system, and all year long your teacher has been telling you and your classmates you won't be able to go to the 5th grade unless you pass the test at the end of the year. You're 10 years old and you have to be put on medication just to control your anxiety. And in high school, what you used to be was an excelled student. You're now the first one the counselors are trying to push out because you just gave up. I hope this has never happened to you, but for me, I was this student. And I wasn't the only one that struggled. I myself know the effects of standardized testing, but before I tell you more, these are some of the sources I used. USA Today, Wright's Law, US Liberals, NBC News, and Public versus Private School. The problem I want to talk to you about today is No Child Left Behind, which is a standardized state test passed in 2001 by George W. Bush. This test was aimed to see how students gradually progress by grading children's knowledge. It was once considered to be an effective way to measure knowledge, now turned into a big problem in today's educational system. There are several solutions to this problem. One being putting the responsibility of education back in the educator's responsibility. But before I discuss this solution, I want to tell you about the problem. There are many reasons why I think No Child Left Behind should be abolished. It comes down to the fact that the tests are causing more harm than good. Teachers, students, and administration are going through an enormous amount of stress. Most importantly, extracurricular activities are being cut. All these teachers take hours of preparation in need of preparing for the test. Music, band, art, anything extracurricular that is a form of self-expression is now being put to how to pass the test. If we continue down this road of standardized testing, we will not only lose teachers from fear of reassignment, but our society and schools will lose hope in the public school system. We lose sight of other subjects like foreign language, speech, and basic life skills learned at any age. Although our students are getting good at taking tests, they aren't gaining other skills needed for life. In an article on usatoday.com, 47,000 students left their public schools to attend private schools last year due to the effects on standardized testing. On usliberals.com, one founder of No Child Left Behind app says that the tragedy is long overdue, and now we don't have money for basic school supplies. Passing this information on to others interested in the public school system would be ideal. Letting them know the long-term effects of No Child Left Behind and standardized testing and the stress it puts on students and teachers, and helping to try to change it. I hope you see the problem with No Child Left Behind. Taking the responsibility out of the government's hands and putting it back into the responsibility of the teacher's hands would be the biggest solution to this problem. Because people in Washington shouldn't tell our teachers in Texas what our students need to know. One day I will have children. One day you will have children. And as a parent, I don't ever want our children to have to go through the stress and anxiety of what standardized testing might bring. I hope this opened up many ideas on what to do about standardized testing, and I hope you join me on trying to change it. Thank you.